Hello Cowboys Nation. Today we bring you a hot and detailed news piece about our star quarterback, Dak Prescott, and his current contractual situation that could have a significant impact on the future of our team. This is a topic you don't want to miss, so stay with us until the end to get all the details. Respected NFL insider Adam Schefter explained in detail on the God Bless Football podcast how Dak Prescott has come to wield more negotiating power than any other player in the league right now. According to Schefter, Dak finds himself in a unique situation due to several clauses in his current contract that give him a significant edge over the Dallas Cowboys. Firstly, it's crucial to understand why Dak's situation is so special. Unlike many other players, Dak has a no-trade clause in his contract. Additionally, he has another clause preventing him from being tagged as a franchise player. This means that if a new agreement isn't reached with the Cowboys, Dak Prescott will have the opportunity to become an unrestricted free agent at the end of the 2024 season. Schefter highlighted that this combination of factors places Dak in an enviable position. He compared Dak's situation to Kirk Cousins in 2024, who also had considerable control over his contractual future. However, Dak might be in an even more advantageous position due to his age and talent. At 31 years old this season, Dak remains a highly effective quarterback with much to offer any team willing to pay for his services. Schefter specifically mentioned the New York Jets, New Orleans Saints, and New York Giants as potential teams interested in Dak if he reaches free agency. This underscores his market value in the current NFL landscape. Recall the frenzy that occurred when Derek Carr and Kirk Cousins became free agents. Dak Prescott, coming off a strong season, could trigger even greater competition among interested teams. The importance of Dak to the Cowboys cannot be understated. Since taking over from Tony Romo in 2016, he has been a cornerstone of the team's offense. He has led the Cowboys to multiple playoff appearances and was close to winning MVP last season, finishing second behind Lamar Jackson. However, some fans have criticized his lack of playoff success, which is understandable for a fan base that has been waiting for a Lombardi trophy for nearly 3 decades. However, Schefter reminds us that many NFL teams would be willing to offer substantial sums of money to have Dak as their starting quarterback. This reflects how Prescott is perceived in front offices across the league, a talented, experienced player capable of leading a team to great heights. The current situation largely stems from the Cowboys' strategy in contract negotiations. Schefter criticized the team for not being proactive and allowing negotiations with Dak to reach this critical point. He pointed out that this situation could have been avoided if the Cowboys had worked on a new deal before the start of last season or even earlier in the offseason. Now, the Cowboys find themselves in a position where they lack any kind of leverage in negotiations. Schefter emphasized that the Cowboys, by not securing Dak with a new contract in time, have put themselves in a vulnerable position. Dak Prescott has more negotiating power than any other player in the NFL right now, and that is largely due to the decisions the team has made. Cowboys consider signing former third-round pick. The Dallas Cowboys are reportedly considering signing former third-round pick and center for the Pittsburgh Steelers, Mason Cole, this summer. According to a report, the Cowboys could add one more piece to their roster before the upcoming season by bringing on Cole. Despite not performing well enough to stay with the Steelers, the Michigan product could benefit the Cowboys' offensive line if signed, despite his recent lack of production. According to Pro Football Focus, Cole isn't a severe liability, having allowed only 2 sacks and earning a grade of 57.3 with 4 penalties. At 28 years old, still relatively young, he has amassed 73 starts across 6 seasons with 3 teams. Cole would be a reasonable veteran to help bolster depth alongside newcomer Cooper Beebe. While no longer a starter in the league, he would serve as good insurance for the rookie and prevent overloading of plays. Cole, who has also played for the Cardinals and Vikings, could be considered a journeyman in his career. However, his experience could prove valuable for a team looking to rejuvenate its offensive line. With Tyler Biadasz departing to Washington, the Cowboys need to find a successor to maintain their level of play. Zach Martin remains one of the top guards in the league but is contemplating retirement, potentially opening up space for Cole in Dallas. Other potential destinations for Cole *. Kansas City Chiefs. While the Chiefs don't have an urgent need at the center position, they could consider adding depth. With legal issues affecting key players like Wanya Morris during this offseason, adding an offensive lineman wouldn't hurt. Kansas City needs to secure the best protection possible for Patrick Mahomes, especially if they aim for their third consecutive Super Bowl appearance. Los Angeles Chargers. Corey Linsley's departure leaves a gap in the Chargers that Cole could fill. Although they don't have much cap space, Cole could be an economical and low-risk option to reinforce the center position. With the selection of Joe Alt as an offensive tackle, they need to strengthen the center of the line to maintain a solid balance. Carolina Panthers. While the Panthers primarily need an offensive tackle, they might also consider Cole. With their focus on improving protection for young quarterback Bryce Young, they could see Cole as a viable option to bolster the line. With Jatavian Sanders arriving and recovering from injury, Cole could provide much-needed experience in crucial moments. These teams are evaluating their options as they prepare for the upcoming season, and Cole's decision could significantly influence the competitive balance in the league. Hello Dallas Cowboys fans. I bring you an exclusive that could directly impact our rivalry with the New Orleans Saints. Alvin Kamara, the talented star running back of the Saints, has decided to skip the team's final day of mandatory minicamp. The reason behind this surprising decision? Contractual issues. According to his agent, Kamara attended the team's morning walkthrough but chose to leave the facilities before the main practice session. This action, according to NFL rules, exposes him to a fine for not completing the minicamp in its entirety. Kamara's current contract, technically with 2 years remaining, is a source of discontent for the running back. Although his base salary for this year is $10.2 million, only $1 million is guaranteed. More concerning, his base salary for 2025 amounts to $22.4 million, but without any guarantees, which seems to be a clear management strategy to artificially inflate the average annual value of his contract. The situation is further complicated due to Christian McCaffrey's recent lucrative contract extension, making him the highest-paid running back. Kamara, ranked second on that list, seeks a similar restructuring to align with current salary expectations for his position. Negotiations between Kamara and the Saints have been ongoing for several months, but according to our reporters, there have been no significant breakthroughs so far. The challenge lies in determining exactly what would satisfy the running back. Is he seeking an extension that keeps him on par with McCaffrey? Or does he prefer to move money from 2025 to this year to secure more guarantees? This episode is particularly significant given Kamara's importance in the Saints' offensive scheme. Despite some recent ups and downs in his performance, he remains a dominant force on the field and a constant threat to our defenses. His adaptation to the new offensive scheme under coordinator Clint Kubiak could be crucial to the Saints' success in the upcoming season. We will be keeping a close eye on how these negotiations unfold and what impact they will have on the competitive dynamics within our division. Stay tuned for more updates on this and other important NFL news.